How you going? I'm Johnny from Poor Choice Home Brewing, and today we're not actually making a poor choice. We're making a clone, and it's just a beer I learnt a lot from. I originally made it, I wasn't impressed, but I made the video, I learnt a lot, and now I'm trying it and it actually tastes okay. So let's watch the beer anyway. Oh, FYI, it's a Stone & Wood clone. As I say every time, all good beer starts with clean filtered water, and I'm about 90% sure I used clean filtered water. Water's set to 72 degrees, and then we leave it to mash for an hour as we add all the ingredients, which, as you can see there, I'm putting in 400 grams of rolled oats. I also put in 3.2 kilos of Pilsner malt and 400 grams of wheat malt. Did not put that online, did I? Bit of sparging with some water at 80 degrees from the kettle. Now, this is something I did and I don't do it anymore. I think some people do it. I'm not really willing to do a video on it if it removes bitterness or not, because, yeah. Look, either way, this sifter did so much better job of getting rid of it all. The hot break, that is. Now, this one was supposed to have a 1 hour boil. And if I did it again, yeah, I'd give it the 1 hour boil. That way I could put the immersion chiller in at 20 minutes, because at 15 minutes I have to put a hop addition and a whirl clock. And what difference does it make if the immersion chiller's in for 20 minutes? It's going to be a little bit more sanitary. Also, you want to boil for the whole hour because, how should I put it? You lose a bit of volume, it's just the water boiling off, it evaporates and you get more alcohol. Now, as you can see in the background, you can see that ink bird. I set that to 80 degrees with, I had the immersion pump in the cooling side and the element in the heating side, and that way we got it down to 80 degrees, and if it got too hot, it turned the pump on. If it got too cool, it turned the pump back on to chill it. As you can see, and then I set it to 30 degrees. And yeah, if you're mixing it, it actually is a good way to cool the wort down quicker, because it has a tendency to get cool bits around the chiller and hop bits away next to the element. Now, I do like aerating the wort. How should I put it? That Cooper's brewer is good for, it's good for extract, but when you got the all grain, you've boiled it for a whole lot of time, there's no oxygen in the water, you can't shake that up like you do the Morgans and Mango Jack ones, or like the food grade containers I get from Bunnings. And the idea was I put it into the food grade container so I could shake the crap out of it and get a bit more oxygen into it. As shown here. So, how'd it come out? As we can see, that is actually two very clear ones. That is refreshing, like I should be on a tropical island. Probably why it's called a Pacific Ale. And the clone, that is refreshing, like I should be on a tropical island. I gotta say, this recipe actually cloned it really well. The only problem is, I didn't give it the 1 hour boil, so none of the water evaporated. So instead of 21 litres, I had 25 litres. Instead of 4.4% alcohol, I got 2.63% alcohol. I'm not sure I would have got the 4.4 if it was boiling for an hour, but I would have got a little bit more. If you do want to brew these yourself, check the description, it'll be in there. If you want to buy hops like I did, you can go to Mates Rates Home Brewing Supply, or that's where I got it from. I also used a Voss Kveik yeast, which made this ferment overnight, which was a lot quicker than I expected, especially since it had a 3-day dry hop. Yeah, so the low alcohol, the yeast selection, it was over before I knew it, but I still left it in there for a week to ferment and hopefully let the hops get into it. Later, I'd probably do it with a US-05 just because it'd take that a little bit slower to ferment, and yeah, the yeast and the hops can actually dry off a bit more and ferment with it. So let's just keep this a quick video. If you liked it, please click like. If you want to see more videos, subscribe, ring the bell. If you have a good idea for a pour choice, please write it in the comments. And until next time, I'm Johnny. And in this case, I just learnt more from my pour choices. Catch ya.